What is Ashes? The Ashes Test series between England and Australia is one of the most prestigious cricket tournament ever happened. And this rivalry is having 100 years of history. Okay, now let's look back to some of the epic moments happened in Ashes Test series. Moment number 1. Sir Donald Bradman final match duck. In 1948, a 5-match Test series was played between England and Australia. Australia eventually won the 5-match Test series by 4-0. This was the last Test series for great Donald Bradman. In that last match, during the second innings, unfortunately Sir Donald Bradman went for a duck. This was the most heartbreaking ducks happened in cricket history because this was the 52nd match for Don Bradman. Before that innings, Bradman scored 6,996 runs in his career. He just needs an extra 4 runs for the great batting average of 100, and unluckily he didn't score that 4 runs. But till now, no one reached his 99 average in Test history. Moment number 2. Jim Lacker's 19 wickets in a single match. In 1956, during the 5-match Test series between England and Australia, Jim Lacker picked up 19 wickets in a single match. At the end of 3 matches, the series between England and Australia gets levelled. Soon after, during the 4th Test match, England won by an innings and 170 runs because of this Jim Lacker's masterclass bowling. And due to this victory, England led over the series by 2-1. And notably, England won that series by 2-1 at the end. In that match, England batsmen Peter Richardson and David Stafford brilliantly scored centuries in the first innings. Due to their brilliant batting effort, England have scored 459 runs in the first innings. But for Australia, they have been bowled out for 84 runs. It was Jim Lacker who had picked up 9 wickets in the first innings. Due to follow-on, Australia started their second innings. It was Jim Lacker again. This time, this man had picked 10 wickets in that innings, which made England to win that match in a huge margin of innings and 170 runs. And also Jim Lacker becomes the first cricketer ever to pick 10 wickets in an innings. Aggressive Australian players changed the Test match to one-day match. During this 5-match Test series, Australia have entirely dominated England. In that series, Australia won by 277 runs in the first match. To bounce back from the first match defeat, England have sensibly played their first innings. They had declared the first innings score at 551 for 6. But that decision upsets the whole England later. Australian players brilliantly batted during their first innings like England did. They have scored around 513 runs in their first innings. At the end of 4th day, England started their second innings. England have scored 59 runs for 1 wicket. But on the last day, Shane Warne, Brett Lee and Glenn McGrath totally fired up the entire England team at one tea session. Only few minutes left over at the last day of Test match, and Australia needed 168 runs to win the match. However, everyone decided this match was going to be a draw. But Ricky Ponting and Michael Hussey batted like they were playing in a one-day match. Ricky Ponting scored 49 runs from 65 deliveries and Michael Hussey scored unbeaten 61 from 66 deliveries. Due to their attacking contribution, Australia have reached the target of 168 in just 32.5 overs. And of course, they have stunned the entire England cricket fans. Moment number 4. Magical Survivor by James Anderson and Monty Panesar. In 2009, during this 5-match Test series, James Anderson and Monty Panesar's brilliant effort at the last minute changed the Test series result. In that Test series, during the first Test match, England won the toss and elected to bat first. They have scored 435 runs in their first innings. Then Australia began their first innings. In that match, Simon Cartridge, Ricky Ponting and Marcus North and Brad Hardin, all 4 of them scored centuries. Notably, Ricky Ponting scored 150 in that innings. Because of their brilliant effort, Australia have scored 674 runs for 6 wickets. And at that stage, they had declared the first innings and called upon England to begin their second innings. Australian bowlers terrifically bowled against England and they have picked one by one the England batsman wickets. During the last session of the day, Australia was in the race to win the match. During the over of 93.3, England's 9th wicket was gone. Australia just needed 1 wicket to win that match. But James Anderson and Monty Panesar survived around 12 overs till the last minute, and due to their brilliant effort, the match was drawn at the end. At the end of the series, England won that 5-match test series by 2 for 1. If Australia won that first match, the result would have been 2 for 2. But due to the great survival of James Anderson and Monty Panesar, England won the test series. Moment number 5. Wonder from Ben Stokes that changed the series result. During the last test series happened in 2019, Ben Stokes did the wonder at the end of the third test match. As a result of the first two test matches, Australia led over England by 1 for 0, and then this third match had happened at Leeds. England won the toss and they had asked Australia to bat first. Australia have scored around 179 runs in their first innings, and everyone thought England was going to score big and win that match easily. But Australian bowlers restricted England to just 69 runs. It was Josh Hazlewood who picked up brilliant fifer in that innings. Then Australia have started their second innings. They set over the target of 359 runs to win. With having 2.5 days with the hand, Australia need 10 wickets to win the match. And another side, England need 359 runs to win that match. During the second innings, England openers Rory Burns and Jason Roy quickly departed in the second innings. However, England batsmen have lost their early wickets. The middle order batsmen sensibly played and they rescued the England team from a defeat. But at one stage, England lost their 9th wicket with 73 runs more to win. But on the other side, Australia just need only 1 wicket to win the match. And the hero of the match, Ben Stokes, joined his hands with Jake Leach and rescued England by his outstanding batting skills. They had scored the partnership of 76 runs for the 10th wicket. And notably, in that 76 runs, Ben Stokes alone scored 75 runs. Stokes scored an unbeaten 135 runs and received the player of the match. And that test series have ended as 2 for 2. If Australia defeated England in that match, it would have been 3 for 1.